there, readers! Welcome to the Reader's Garden. I'm Mrs. Gardner. Today we're going to uncover the fascinating way that we create sounds by sending air from our lungs through our mouth or our nose.
Phonics connects sounds and symbols, unlocking code, increasingly nimble, like wings for words, it'll lift you high. With every sound you soar, you fly.
Each sound has its own unique path, and we're going to explore them together today. Here's our plan for today. We will practice our consonant sound wall and learn all about these new sounds, and then we'll go on to do some letter formation together. So, let's get started. So in our lesson B, we explored where in our mouths we create sounds. Today, in lesson C, we're shifting our focus to how we make those sounds, the unique ways we interrupt or shape our air to produce sounds. Stop sounds are called stop sounds because you completely stop the airflow for just a moment when you make them. Isn't that cool? These sounds are quick and snappy. You can't hold them out like other sounds, or they start to sound a little bit silly. To make learning these sounds even more fun, I created a little song all about stop sounds. Here's a sneak peek.
Stop sounds, first block your airflow. Stop sounds, then puff and let it go.
If you want to hear the rest, you can find the full song at the link below. The first stop sounds that we're going to be talking about are the P and the B sounds. To make the P sound, like in the words penguin or popcorn, press your lips together and give them a little pop. It's a quick, light sound. Watch carefully as I show you. P, P. Did you notice? Your voice stays off while you make the P sound. One of the ways that you can notice that your voice is off is by actually feeling your vocal cords. When you make the P sound, there's no buzzing. So try it with me. P, P. Great job. Did you feel that there was no buzzing in your throat? Awesome. Let's go on to our next sound. Now let's try the B sound, as in the words bee or ball. This sound is made in almost the exact same way as the P sound, by pressing our lips together, but this time your voice is actually on. So watch and listen closely as I make it. B, B. And I'm going to put my finger on my vocal cords here and feel that buzzing happen so that I know that my voice is on. All right, your turn. B, B. Beautiful. And if you notice on those two sound cards, next to the letter P, there's no little speaker. Whereas on the B card right there, there's a speaker with sound waves. That tells us that our voice is on for the sound. It's a little code that way you now know what that code means. Let's go on to our sound wall. So let's add the P and the B to our consonant sound wall. When we make those sounds, our lips come together just like this. P, B. So those sounds are going to go beneath the heading that says lips together. Do you see over right by that bunny, it says lips together. And then we'll also place those sounds next to the heading for the row that says stop. If you look all the way over to the edge of my chart there, I have it highlighted in purple. So we're putting our P and our B under lips together and next to stop sound because that's where they belong on our consonant sound wall. Our next stop sounds are the T and D sounds. The T and D sounds are very similar consonant sounds. They're almost like cousins. They're so similar. So just like P and B, both of these sounds involve briefly stopping the airflow. Let's try them out together. So to make the T sound, as in the word turtle, you tap your tongue right behind your top teeth and gently push out air. Watch carefully as I model it. T, t, t. Did you notice? Your voice stays off for this sound. All right, your turn. T, t, t. Terrific work. Now let's try D, as in the word duck or drum. This sound is made just the same as the t sound, but this time our voice will be on. All right, listen and watch as I model it. D, d. Now you try it with your hand on your throat. D, d. Definitely awesome. Great job. You're really getting these sounds. Take a look at the picture cards showing the tongue position for the t sound and the d sound. See how the tongue taps just behind the top teeth? That's why we're going to put it beneath the heading that says tongue behind top teeth. And then we'll place those cards next to that purple row heading that says stop. That's how we'll know why and where we're putting our cards on our consonant sound wall. Great job connecting the sounds on these cards to where they go on the wall. Our next stop sounds that we're going to explore are the k and g sounds. So our next stop is the k, as in cat or key. You're going to press the back of your tongue against the roof of your mouth and then release the air. K, k, k. Watch closely as I model it. Notice how your voice stays off for this sound. All right, now it's your turn. K, k, k. Great job. The g sound, as in goat, is made the same way, but this time your voice is turned on. So let's try it. G, g. Do you feel that? Your vocal cords are buzzing just a bit when we say g, as in the word goat or grass. Now take a look at the picture cards showing the k and the g sounds. See how the tongue pulls back to create those sounds? That's key. So let's look for where on top of our consonant sound wall it says tongue pulled back. Do you see that right there? And then we'll put our sounds underneath the heading that says tongue pulled back and next to the row heading that says stop sounds, because these are our quick sounds that momentarily block our airflow. Let's add our k and our g sounds. Great teamwork on this. Now it's time to learn all about nose sounds. Nose sounds are unique because instead of releasing the air through our mouths, the air flows through our noses. Isn't that interesting and kind of strange? The nose sounds that we're going to talk about are and To make learning these sounds even more fun, I wrote a little song all about nose sounds. Here's a little preview for you.
Nose sounds are made by blocking your mouth air with your tongue or lips so it won't flow through there. Buzz through, buzz through, buzz through your nose. That's how the nasal sound goes.
If you want to hear the whole song, you can find it at the link below. Let's get ready to explore the nose sounds together. Our first nose sound is the sound. The sound, like in the word moon, is made by pressing our lips together and letting the air flow through our nose. Watch closely as I model it. It's almost like you're making the sound you might make if something's very delicious. All right, now let's try it together. And I can feel my throat buzzing for this one too. The difference with these sounds is that the M sound, the sound, is a continuous sound, which means we can stretch it out for as long as we have air. Whereas with our stop sounds that we were talking about before, we could not stretch them. All right, let's try stretching out our together. Ready? I ran out of air there, but maybe you were able to do it longer. Well done. Let's go put it on our sound wall. We're going to place the card under the heading lips together and next to nose sounds on our sound wall here. Do you see how everything's connected and this big wall starts to make a lot more sense? Our next sound is the sound. The sound is similar to but this time we actually use our tongue right behind our top teeth. The air still flows through our nose and our voice is on. So this is like in the word nest. All right, watch me try it. All right, your turn. Let's do it all together. Ready? Now, did you feel your voice buzzing? Excellent. Nice work. Let's go put it on our sound wall. When we make n, like in the word nest, our tongue touches just behind our top teeth. So we're going to put that card under the heading tongue behind top teeth, which is the same heading we used for our t sound and our d sound. See how it goes right beneath them? Except it's going to be lined up with the row heading for nose. That's why we're putting our n sound in that location. Our third nose sound is the sound like at the end of the word wing. So to make that sound, that sound, we make it by lifting the back of our tongue. And then we're going to touch the back part of our tongue against the roof of our mouth and push air out through our nose, just like this. All right, try this one. I find that this particular sound is easier for me to say inside of a word. So for example, when I say the word wing or the word ring, it helps me to feel where and how that sound works. So if you're having a little bit of a hard time saying it, just know it's okay to say it inside of a word too. All right, let's try again. Great job with that sound. Let's add this sound under the tongue pulled back section and right across from that nose heading, because that's where we make that sound. All right, let's put that card on our sound wall, and we can really see how everything is coming together with these sounds that we added to our wall today. Great work. We can check off our sound wall practice, check, and it's time for us to do our letter formation practice. Now today we're going to be practicing making some uppercase letters that have vertical lines and horizontal lines, and I'll tell you more about those on our next slide. Let's learn about vertical lines and horizontal lines. So we're going to practice letters using vertical lines, which are lines that go up and down, and horizontal lines. These are lines that go side to side to side to side. I would like you to take your tracing finger, and in the air, I would like you to practice some vertical lines starting at the top and going down to the bottom. At the top, going down to the bottom. Hop back up to the top, go down to the bottom. All right, now I would like you to practice some horizontal lines. I'd like you to start in front of your nose and go over, and stop. Now hop back in front of your nose, go over, and stop. Hop to your nose, go over, and stop. And that is how you make some vertical and horizontal lines. Let's go make some letters. This is the uppercase letter L. What letter is this? The uppercase L. So to make the uppercase L, we are going to start up at that top line, that light blue line, and we're going to do a vertical line straight down to the bottom. When we're at the bottom, we're going to do a horizontal line going across that light red line at the bottom, and that's how we make our uppercase L. Let's practice this some more by doing some skywriting and some tracing. We're going to start at the top, do a vertical line down to the bottom, stopping at the bottom, do a horizontal line over, and stop. You can practice this one as many times as you would like. Let's practice our uppercase F. What letter is this? Our uppercase F. How do we make this one? Well, we're going to start at that blue top line and do a vertical line straight down to the bottom. Then we're going to hop back up to the top where we started that first line and do a horizontal line across and stop. Then we're going to hop to the middle, and we know where our middle is because we've got that dotted line to help us. And we're going to do another horizontal line across and stop. Let's practice this one together. So we're going to do a vertical line down to the bottom, hop up back to the top, horizontal line across, hop to the middle, horizontal line across. Remember, you can practice this one as many times as you need. Feel free to pause the video or to just repeat the section over and over as many times as you want. That's the fun part of a video lesson. You get to choose. This is an uppercase E. What letter is this? An uppercase E. So to make an uppercase E, you're going to start at the top line, our blue line, and do a vertical line down to the bottom, ending at that red line. Then you hop back up and do a horizontal line across the top, hop to the middle, horizontal line across the middle, and hop to the bottom, horizontal line across the bottom. Beautiful. Let's try tracing that in the air together. We're going to do a vertical line from the top to the bottom, then do a horizontal line across the top, horizontal line across the middle, and a horizontal line across the bottom. And that is how you make an uppercase letter E. All right, my dear readers, that brings us to the end of our Getting Ready Lesson C practice today. Let's check off our letter formation in the air. Check, check. And that means I will see you tomorrow for our next practice of Lesson D. Wonderful work today. Today we explored how different consonant sounds are created by shaping and controlling our airflow in special and different ways. Stop sounds completely stop the airflow, and each sound is made by unique movements of our lips and our tongues, whereas nose sounds help to channel the airflow through our noses and can be continuous. I am so proud of all the hard work you're putting into practicing these sounds, but more importantly, I hope that you are proud of yourself for all the progress that you've made and for all the work you're putting in. Keep up the great work. You're doing great. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.